Jobar, a strategic town on the edge of the city, had a pre-war population of 300,000 people. Now, only a few of its citizens who survived its decimation are checking on what remains. Majid Al-Khaldi examines what's left of his family home.
This is my home. It was destroyed and looted during the war with missiles and airstrikes. When the regime took control over Jobar, they looted all the metal and the town's infrastructure. You can see the destruction all around. It's impossible for anyone to come back and live here.
The regime killed over 4,000 people while attacking Jobar, and hundreds of former residents are still missing.
There were 10 families, each within 7 or 8 members in this building. All of them were displaced. Our neighborhood was full of shops, including doctors and pharmacists and other well-educated people.
Jobar is one of the most ancient places in Damascus. Thousands of years ago, it was a stop-off for religious pilgrims traveling from the north towards Jerusalem. But the remnants of that history have been destroyed.
This is the tomb of Khidr and a synagogue that dates back to 720 BC. You can see how it was destroyed by the regime and then it was looted. The regime was here for more than 6 years. They destroyed many religious sites, but this is probably the most important one.
Naim Shakir and his team of volunteers are clearing rubble from the streets, making Jobar more accessible. An effort they hope will let people visit what's left of their homes for the first time in years.
The regime was fascist and Nazi-like. They didn't differentiate between rocks or trees or people, civilian buildings or religious sites, mosques or synagogues. They even destroyed police stations, water stations, telecommunications.
They're also planting trees in hopes that the spring will be filled with blooming flowers as they start to rebuild Jobar. But Shakir knows it will take time and money.
Just to clean up the rubble from the streets and doing some other things, we need more than $1 million in this place alone. The infrastructure needs a complete overhaul and this will require international cooperation.
The UN has promised to give Syria all the support it needs to rebuild. But the extent of the destruction in Jobar is extreme, and many parts of the country are just as bad. This is what's left of the town of Jobar, a strategic town throughout the Syrian revolution. The last point between the end of the city and eastern Ghouta. Regime forces reduced much of the town to rubble. 95% of the buildings have been completely destroyed, leaving it uninhabitable. But people here say they're ready to rebuild and make Jobar better than it was before. Obaida Hitto, TRT World, Damascus, Syria.